In order to examine the navigation functionality available within Meets 2, we need first of all to turn on the navigation pane. So here's our navigation pane. It's appeared at the bottom of the screen. It's got the usual pane controls as we would expect. Over here we can see this example job has been broken down into sections, and within the sections there are some elements. And at the moment here our selected node is all, so we're viewing the entire document in one screen. If we were interested only in the offices, we could double click offices, and now the selected node is offices and all the subsets. If we want to look at offices foundations, we can now only see information relating to offices foundations on the screen. So the first thing we have here is this ability to view specific information. And if we want to go back to using all, we can click back and we can see the whole section here. We have the opportunity here to add nodes. So if I've got offices here and I want to add another node, I can give it a name, offices 2, and we can create that. And that is immediately below offices 1. And if we want to move that down below engineering services, we can. So we've got offices, engineering services, offices 2. So we're looking at that information and we're able to begin a whole new process here of importing or creating documentation. We can also see here that we have a column for bill multiplication. So if we look here, we can see that we've got, is it locked to our own area? So if those are red, we wouldn't be able to edit those, we could view them. Are they excluded? So if they're excluded, if we were to say here that the engineering services we didn't want at the moment, then we can actually exclude that information. So by toggling the node here, we've excluded that one. So all the content, there's the office information, there's the office engineering services, all red because they're there, but they no longer contribute to the bill of quantities or to the title of the information. So do we own it? Yes, we do. Is it excluded? So I might be tempted to have that one turned off, excluded, big red. We know which one's inside and which one's outside. I'm not doing bill multiplication, so I'm going to turn off the bill multiplier layout at this point. So let's have something like that. And if we take the exclusion further, we could look at offices, but we could just look at offices and we could just exclude the foundations within the offices. So we've got quite a lot of flexibility there that we can do for what if performances, value engineering opportunities, etc. If we take a more detailed look at this right mouse menu, we can see that we have the option to rename. We've already looked at the option to taggle. We can put tags against the node, so we can make notes against the node, delete nodes. Remember, once we've deleted it, we can't get it back, so an important one. Remove quantities and reverse quantities are two very specific functions that operate on the active node. So we're operating on the warehouse engineering services and all the sections beneath. And what we're going to do is we're going to reverse the quantities. So we're going to look at warehouse engineering services and right mouse, reverse the quantities. And we can see that all those quantities have gone to -1. And if we do, let's go look at the sprinklers and let's reverse those quantities so that the sprinklers can come back. Lighting is still minus, sprinkling is positive, heating is negative. And what we can also do at this point is we have the opportunity to remove quantities. So we can actually set all the quantities back to 0 to give us the opportunity to use this section or this document as a template for future use. That's reverse quantities and remove quantities. Finally, with our navigation, because of the way the panes work, we can drag our navigation over here and we can make it a vertical bar rather than a horizontal bar, which means that it might be nicer to lay the information out vertically. So as we look through here, site preparation, there's the site preparation, landscaping, landscaping. Being able to move the navigation from horizontal to vertical allows us a more efficient layout. Maybe move that whole thing onto a different screen. Maybe we could just physically take that navigation and put it onto a different screen somewhere else. So lots of flexibility for our users in terms of how we navigate our way around our current estimate.